somewhere. You can't come from the moon. You can't come from the air. You must come from somewhere. So when a political party nominates you and you are elected as Speaker, once you have assumed that position as the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Senate, you now rise above, partisan politics and become the arbiter of that house, unregulated, undignified. I have seen Wetangula allowing me to be discussed in Parliament without somebody moving a substantive motion. And in Parliament, you cannot discuss an individual unless you move a substantive motion. In that Parliament, Wetangula does not allow members who don't support William Ruto to speak. He is very selective. In fact, he has really eroded the dignity of the National Assembly. From 1963, we are the lowest in terms of the Speaker. I have seen him in public rallies singing praise and worship to William Ruto. I have seen him doing harambes for women and youth. That is a problem, that the two speakers have refused to rise above partisan politics and play their role as speakers of those institutions.
Kenyans have interpreted the war between the executive and both houses of parliament as a possible sign of disagreement between potential partners in high-level corruption. Do you see it that way?
Yes. In fact, all these things, all these fights you see between parliament and the executive is about corruption. Because William Ruto has made Kenya, State House is a crime scene. Kenya is a criminal enterprise as a country. So what has happened, Yvonne, I must tell you the truth. When William Ruto introduced money in Parliament for the impeachment, he paid a lot of money. He whetted the appetite of the MPs and the senators. 10 million. So these guys want money every day.
Did you counter that offer?
Yeah.
Did you counter that offer during your impeachment?
I did not. In fact, people came to me and said, Rigi, we like you, we love you, but we are being offered this. Can you give a counter offer? I said, no, I don't have the money. And even if I had, I don't think I believe in this. Just go ahead and do what you must do. Others came. In fact, there is an MP from the coast, a friend of mine, a great friend of mine. He came and showed me the messages William Ruto had sent him, threatening him to jail him if he doesn't sign for me. And he came and said, I have children, my brother, I am crying as I do this, but I've been forced. These are the messages. Another MP from South Rift, a good friend of mine, came and showed me the messages of threats and intimidation from William Ruto. In fact, OKWARA, that guy is a great man. When I sent word to him, appealing not to participate in impeaching me, he said, I cannot impeach you. And the person I had sent, he asked, did he send you with a counter offer? He said, no. He said, I will not impeach him. Had he sent you with a counter offer, I would have impeached him because I don't like corruption. What has happened is that William Ruto introduced money in Parliament. Of late, he has shifted focus to ODM and Raila Odinga. And he is spending a lot of his money now with ODM MPs. Now the MPs from Kenya Kwanza are feeling abandoned. And the money is not flowing as much as it was flowing. So they have decided to look for the money from other people. So when the ministers come, put the money here. When PSs come, put the money here. William Ruto, you started it all. Don't complain. This is your baby. You are the one who introduced high-level corruption in the National Assembly and in the Senate. You cannot turn around and condemn what you have started yourself. You are the one who told these MPs that every man and woman has a price. I heard him say it in his presence, that every man and woman has a price. So what has happened, Yvonne? Like the MPs from my backyard are in trouble. They cannot address any meeting unless they pay people. This deputy president, he cannot address any meeting unless he puts people in a tent and gives them money. Now, William Ruto is not giving these MPs money anymore. They need to go to the ground and talk to people and they don't have money. So what do you expect them to do? Anytime a PS is called for a committee, they say you must give us money. Anytime the minister is called, give us money. So the ministers and PSs have gone to cry to the president. We are unable to do any work now in Parliament because anytime we go, there's too much extortion. What do we do? That is why the president was creating hell, because the ministers are going to him to tell him we are unable to transact in Parliament because everybody is demanding money. But he is the one who started it. He is the one who introduced money as the method of transaction